Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Griefdrums, and in today's video we are talking Operation Health and the new Hitbox refactoring. So if you've been keeping up to date with the latest changes on the Rainbow Six website, you'll notice that they have got a blog in which they keep you up to date with all of the latest things that they're doing with Operation Health. The devs have been working on, as I said in the intro, a hitbox refactor. So they're adjusting all of the things that happen with the people's hitboxes in the game. And it explains a little bit about why exactly the game is the way it is. Why Blitz is so easy to get headshots on and stuff like that. So I'm going to go into that a little bit today. I'm not going to kick the arse out of it purely because of the fact that you can read all of it on their website. But I am going to give you a basic rundown of what they've said. So the core point to take away from this is the hitboxes are changing. The reason they are the way they are is because when the game first came out, they decided that they wanted everything to react, you know, when you shoot it. Not necessarily just on people, but the entire game. If you shoot a wall, they want a bullet hole to appear. If you shoot a barricade, obviously something's going to happen. A vase, something else happens, it breaks and shatters. And they wanted to include that with the character hitboxes. Characters like Jaeger obviously have giant ear defenders, same as Blitz, and they wanted that to be a part of the hitbox. And as time has gone on, they've realised that it's not really that good. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to be able to shoot someone in the ear defender and they die from a headshot. So because of that, obviously a lot of people have been complaining, and they've decided to retweak it. As time has gone on, the newer operators that have come out, they haven't been doing this. When Frost first came out, she obviously has a giant collar, and they didn't want that to be a part of the hitbox because headshots would just be too easy to land. And as more and more operators have come out, the mantra to move away from the original concept of that hitbox being so big is, you know, they've gone away from it. They didn't want the devs to be limited creatively as to how a character looks. So instead, they have adjusted the hitboxes. For new players, this can be pretty confusing. You know, some characters are really easy to land headshots on, and others you just cannot do it. You can't seem to do it for some reason. I mean, Ash is a nightmare to be able to even hit, let alone get a headshot on. Yes, it's possible, but her hitbox is just atrocious. So to avoid any confusion for newer players, they are rejigging the whole hitbox of every operator. They've gone through every single one, and they've tried to make it so that pouches, helmets and things like that, they are going to react accordingly. Now, this is going to come out in a two-step process. The first step is going to be them actually adjusting the hitboxes so it is the human body only. If you shoot someone in the ear defender or their pouch or their gun, it's not going to do anything. It's not going to kill them or damage them in any way, shape or form. The second part of this update, there isn't an ETA for this. It's not going to be a part of 2.2.1, which is the first Operation Health update we're getting. I don't think we're going to be getting it straight away. They want to implement a whole new layer of hitbox for everything in the game. So if you shoot someone's ear defender, you're going to see sparks come off of that, which is going to be a visual and audio cue when you hear it ricochet that you have hit them, but you haven't hit them in the head. You've hit them in the ear defender. Now, this in theory is a really cool concept, and it's one that I really like the look of and the sound of it. But, you know, for me, it's a big worry because in the past, we've seen these whole new updates come out and there's been massive issues. Now, I'm not trying to be pessimistic. In theory, it sounds like a brilliant idea. And if it's implemented correctly, that's awesome. But at a time where there is still so much wrong with the game, I'd rather they focus more on fixing what is actually there as opposed to introducing new features, which seems to have been a mistake that they've done in the past. Hopefully it's just an idea at the moment and just a brainstorm, and in the future we'll see them working on it. But for the time being, I just want to see the hitboxes changed. So as you can see from this little graphic here, it is showing Blitz, obviously. This isn't going to be a definite what he's going to be like, but as you can see, the hitbox is no longer the air defenders. They've brought it right in and adjusted it. If I overlay this over the top of the other one, you can see exactly how much smaller it is. I think he's going to be a lot harder to kill now. I don't know if you saw Tommy's video. I think it was this week. He basically headshot Blitz through hitting an ear defender, and it's a real shame when that happens. That I feel guilty when I kill someone that way, and when I get killed that way, oh my god, it drives me up the wall. So to be able to see this change be implemented is a really, really positive step. So as you may well know, the technical test server went live from June 1st to June 2nd for those on PC. And for anyone that plays the technical test server, they are given an absolute butt ton of renown to buy new operators and to try stuff out. And with the addition of alpha packs to the TTS, obviously a lot of people were opening alpha packs and videos went up showcasing exactly what they were getting inside. I'll be completely honest, I'm not too fussed about the alpha packs. It's not something that really appeals to me. If I get something, brilliant. If I don't, I'm not really fussed. But it was interesting to see a few of the skins and a few of the gears that you got out of them, the legendary stuff especially. A couple of nice weapon skins. But again, it's not something that I'm too fussed about. Spawn killing is going to be another one of the massive things and massive changes that is coming in 2.2.1. And the devs have pretty much said that they're going to be changing a few of the spots on Chalet, Canal and Consulate. There's more work to be done on this front. And if you have seen any of the gameplay from the technical test servers, you'll know that there are a few changes coming to maps. Now, I don't know exactly how far this is going to go, but things like the blue tunnel on Consulate, when you push down there near the archives, there's a little cut-in just under the stairs that you can hide. That is going to be changing by the looks of it. Now, whether that comes in for definite from the TTS, I don't know. But they've basically put some boxes there to stop you from getting in there. The reasoning behind this is, if you watch Jonesy's video, you will know that he utilised a spawn peak on there, which is dirty as hell. I don't know if it was him that found it, but it was a really cheeky spawn peak. You can stand up on a shield and look through the drone hole that is higher up. And it was a nice angle, it really was. But obviously the devs don't want that. They don't want spawn peeking. They don't mind the going outside by the looks of it. And spawn peeking in general seems to be okay if it's just shooting people as they approach the building. If you can see someone the second they spawn, that is not acceptable, you know. The attackers need to be given a few seconds to sort of compose themselves, figure out where they're going to attack from, and allow them to start pushing up. If they are careless, that's their own fault. If someone's peeking out of a window and they don't look at that and cover it, that is perfectly acceptable, because in real life, terrorists, if they're locking down a building, or whoever's locking down a building in a hostage situation, they're not just going to hunker down in a room and wait for the attack to come. They're going to try and push away any attackers and stop them from getting even close to the building. So I'm intrigued to see the changes. I think it's just going to be moving a few rocks around, potentially positioning some cars slightly differently, just to provide that added layer of cover, just like they did with the yacht on Black Ice. There was a spawn peak at the front of the yacht where you could look down into spawn and kill people instantly the second they spawned. And because of that, they implemented a larger iceberg. I think they just enlarged it, if I remember correctly. But it stopped you from being able to do that. As you come out from around that iceberg, if you're not covering where they could be spawn peeking you from, that's your own fault. All in all, we got some interesting changes coming up. I'm really keen to see the hitbox changes. My only concern is that if everyone's hitbox is getting smaller and the pouches and stuff are being omitted, is Ashes going to get any worse? Or is Jaeger going to be even harder to kill? I mean, that dude is pretty formidable at the best of times, let alone without his hitbox on his ear defenders. So it's going to be interesting to see. What do you guys think? I'd love to hear your thoughts on these upcoming changes and the potential changes that are coming. Do you think they're good? Do you think they're bad? Are you worried about Ash's hitbox, or are you not too fussed? Do you find her really easy to kill? Let me know down in the comments below. For those of you that may have missed my last video, I now have a sub club. If you want to look up Griefdrums sub club on Xbox, you'll be able to join that and maybe get involved with games with us if we've not got anyone online. And the last little bit is that I'm getting a new PC arriving tomorrow. It is a beast of a PC and I cannot wait for it to get here. So hopefully the number of videos that I'm putting up, my laptop has been dying, so they've dropped massively in number. Hopefully they'll be increasing again soon, and I'll try and get back to uploading as much as I can. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider hitting that thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, hit the thumbs down and let me know why down in the comments below. If you've got any ideas of things that you'd like to see in future videos, please give me feedback on that as well, and I'll see about doing those. But until next time, guys, stay reckless and relentless.